No, it wasn't really like that. It wasn't like that. It was just, she was tired. She was upset, part of me.
A young Native American couple in North Dakota are excited to be bringing their first child into the world. They are about 8 months pregnant, and their baby is due in a few short weeks. However, one Saturday afternoon, the young pregnant woman disappears. She left the apartment, telling her mother she would be back shortly, but she never returned. The mother calls 911 right away to plead with the police to find her missing daughter. She fears gravely for her daughter's safety because she is young, pregnant, and Native American. And law enforcement does not have a reputable track record for taking cases related to Native American women seriously. As we learn about the horrible tragedies of this case, let us remember the loved ones of Savanna Greywind who have suffered dearly from their loss. We would also like to take a moment to raise awareness about the alarming violence faced by Indigenous women. Let us work together to bring an end to this injustice. Fargo Morhead, a Native American culture background. North Dakota used to be home to numerous Native American tribes, and Fargo Morhead, the cities that connect at the North Dakota and Minnesota border, still have a strong and diverse Native American culture. In North Dakota, there are 5 federally recognized tribes and 1 Native American community. One is the Spirit Lake Nation, who plays a significant role in the overall Native American presence in the state. Meet Savanna Greywind. 22-year-old Savanna LaFontaine-Greywind is an active member of the Spirit Lake Nation, along with her partner, Ashton. Savanna and Ashton participate in many events held by the Spirit Lake Nation, which focuses on preserving and promoting their cultural heritage through language, arts, crafts, and storytelling. Savanna and Ashton met while living in the Spirit Lake Reservation by Devil's Lake. They attended school in the Warwick School District, located inside the reservation. Savanna and Ashton became high school sweethearts during their freshman year in 2015, and their love for each other continued to grow after they graduated and became adults in the working world. Savanna had a big heart and wanted a career where she could care for others, so she entered the Next Step Certified Nurse Aide program and earned her certification within a year after finishing high school. Savanna's first job as a CNA is at the Eventide Heartland Care Center, located in the town of Devil's Lake, about 28 miles north of the reservation. Though they are young and barely out of high school, Savanna and Ashton felt ready to start a family. Savanna had helped raise her niece and nephew, and she loved every minute of it. She knew she wanted to have children of her own one day. At the age of 21, the couple finds out they are bringing their first child into the world. The whole family is filled with joy and excitement over the news. After finding out about the baby, Savanna, Ashton, and the Greywinds decide to move to Fargo, perhaps for better job opportunities, since Fargo is the largest city in the state. Since Savanna has 2 years of experience working in Eventide and has proved to be a reliable and dependable employee, the company gives Savanna a position at the Moorhead, Minnesota location. In Fargo, Savanna continues to live with her parents, Norbetta and Joe, along with her siblings, Joe Jr., Casey, and Kayla. They all live on the basement level of a white 3-story apartment complex, but she will be living in her own apartment soon with Ashton in 2 weeks' time. The couple has been working hard to prepare for the coming of their baby girl, whom they already named Hazley Joe. Savanna goes missing. On a sunny Saturday afternoon, August 19th, Savanna's neighbor, Brooke Cruz, invites her over, asking if Savanna would be willing to model a dress for her, and she said she would pay $20 for her help. No one in the Greywind family are friends with Brooke or her live-in boyfriend, William Hone, but they are at least friendly acquaintances. With a baby on the way, every little bit helps, so Savanna agrees. She messages her mom, letting her know she's going to help Brooke, but she will be back in time to take her brother to work. A few hours pass, and Savanna has not returned. Norbetta visits Brooke's apartment to check on her daughter, but Brooke says Savannah left earlier. Since the Greywinds live on the basement level of the apartment, it is possible that Savannah left without Norbetta noticing. However, Savannah's not the type of person to blow off her family or walk off without telling someone where she's going. Norbetta has a sinking feeling that something is dreadfully wrong. Brooke's tone is casual, and nothing appears to be off in her mannerism. Still, Norbetta can't shake this horrible feeling growing inside of her. She heads back to her apartment and calls 911 to file a missing persons report and begs the police to start searching for her daughter immediately. Police investigate, but find no leads to Savannah's whereabouts. They question Brooke multiple times since she was the last known person to see Savannah. However, Brooke has no idea what happened to her or where she went after leaving the apartment. A few days later, William is caught bragging to his co-workers about Brooke having a baby. The police had visited the couple multiple times, and there was no sign of a baby or one on the way. Nor did the couple mention they are having a baby either. This gave police a reason to gain a no-knock search warrant to enter Brooke and William's home. When they do, they find Brooke caring for an infant girl of auburn skin and dark brown hair. What happened inside Brooke's apartment? On that horrible day when Savannah went missing, the last two people to see her alive were Brooke and William. In truth, Brooke had no need for Savannah to model a summer dress. Brooke had no need for Savannah at all. What Brooke wanted was Savannah's unborn child. About the time Savannah became pregnant, William was threatening to leave Brooke. To keep him from leaving, Brooke told him she was pregnant. It worked. He stayed with her, excited over the idea of having a child. Of course, no child was to come. Brooke was not pregnant, nor did she become pregnant in the months that followed. Nearing what would be the 8th month of her pregnancy, William realized he had been deceived. Whatever happened between them after he found out, we do not know, but it led them to taking horrific measures into securing a baby of their own. At this point, specific details about the case become tricky. There's no knowing for sure what role William played, because his story doesn't match up with Brooke's. But this is what investigators believe took place inside the apartment. After luring Savannah into her home, Brooke directs her to the bathroom. Then she gets behind Savannah and strikes her over the head to knock her unconscious. While Savannah lay on the floor, Brooke began working to cut the unborn baby out of Savannah's stomach. During this time, William returns home and finds Brooke cutting open an unconscious but still living Savannah. William jumps in and helps Brooke by strangling Savannah, who wakes up from the excruciating pain of the knife splitting her stomach. As William takes Savannah's knife, Brooke finishes cutting out the baby. Once Savannah is dead and the baby removed, the couple begin cleaning up any traces of Savannah from their apartment. The police never found any traces of Savannah or the baby during the multiple trips they made to the apartment, until William's slip-up finally provided them with a window of opportunity to enter unannounced. 5 days after her murder, Savannah's body is recovered from a nearby river.
I can't help you with that person.
She was found wrapped up with plastic and duct tape. Brooke and William received their punishment. Though Brooke and William tried their best to lie out of their situation, neither escaped punishment for their horrific crimes against Savannah. Brooke was sentenced to spend the rest of her life behind bars without the possibility of parole. William was sentenced to only 20 years in prison for his role in kidnapping Savannah's baby. No proof was ever discovered that he played a role in her murder. After the trial came to a close, Savannah's mother said, "Today is the first day I learned how my daughter was murdered and how my granddaughter was taken from her. I am satisfied with the sentence." Ashton, now reunited with his beautiful daughter, Hazley Joe, with a Native American name that means survivor, said, "I hope no one else in this community, in the United States, in the world, ever has to endure the pain that I do, that the Greywinds have to." Savannah's Act. Upon learning about Savannah's horrific murder, many people nationwide believed that Brooke would not have taken such a grave risk if Savannah hadn't been Native American. Because of Savannah's tragic death, the United States Congress passed Public Law Number 116-165, titled Savannah's Act. This act is meant to raise awareness, improve prevention, and increase justice for missing and murdered Native Americans, while addressing the issue of violence against Indigenous women.